This. Hi,
Hi,
Andrew. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Catherine.
Catherine. Hi, Catherine.
Hi.
What brings you in today?
So I've been having a lot of these struggles, and I just feel like I needed like somebody to talk to or to talk about them.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been going through like some points in time where I feel like I've been going through a really unhealthy relationship, and I feel like it came to affect like the personality or my personality and what I've been doing like on a day-to-day basis in terms of like being productive with school and dance. So I guess like my main obstacles are just really like um, my time management with school and dance right now, and just like overall keeping a positive mindset, um, and yeah, I think those are the main things that I can think about for now.
Okay. So, like, what steps have you been taking just to like improve that overall like time management and all that stuff?
What steps have I? Okay,
If you have been
so-
taking steps.
some steps that I've been taking are reorganizing myself in terms of like what I have to do on a day-to-day basis and catching up, actually thinking about what I have to do before I do it a few days in advance and putting it on my notes, like in my Google or my phone calendar, and like or the notes app, and just being more aware of like when I wake up, what am I going to be doing for
Okay.
today, and like what is the exact task, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's good that you know, like, you know what to do, like, you have everything planned out, you know that you should be, like, fixing that thing, you know, that overall, like, time management thing, just to, like, improve your overall mental and, like, physical well-being. So I guess you're on the right track.
Okay, thanks. That makes me feel better. That makes me feel a lot better. I guess also I have like, okay, I'm gonna bring up another thing.
Yeah.
I guess I've just like broken up with my boyfriend, and I feel like this was like a really big step for me because we've had like a really unhealthy relationship, and he has like this general anxiety disorder that I feel like was like really like affecting me like as a person, like mentally and emotionally, as well as like my daily like habits. I'm just a very like spontaneous person in terms of like what I do on a daily basis, and I also find little times during the day to reward myself because I don't usually stress out.
Okay.
I don't usually stress out at all, and I just find myself living life without a burden of stress, but being with this person who lives life with stress, and he's in med school. He kind of taught me how to like stress the fuck out and that I should be stressed, and sometimes even like yelled at me if I wasn't stressed like enough. It was just like really difficult because like it really turned things around for me and like the way that I look at things. So I guess breaking up with him was like a huge like obstacle that I feel like is good for me.
Yeah.
I mean, good for like my time management, and good for like just like my mental, emotional, and overall health. Just because I feel like people shouldn't like be with others if like they can't really be like by themselves, kind of thing. So like, yeah, like that's just like one thing that I feel like is a new step to, I guess, managing my own life and like just getting my life together in general. Yeah.
So like, although like breaking up with that relationship was pretty difficult, what do you think would be one of the positive sides of it as to like leaving that relationship? What would be the one main positive outcome out of that really negative situation?
Really definitely focusing on myself. Like I feel like a huge, not necessarily weight off my shoulders, but I feel like I have like, as bad as it sounds, like this freedom to tackle my assignments and my practice exactly my schedule, the way I want to schedule it, and not being with this person like through his schedule, studying with him, depending on what time I have to pick him up and stuff like that. I can really just have it a little bit easier managing my time, because I don't have to worry about like two people's time. I only have to worry about like my own. So I feel like that's like a huge positive outcome from it.
Well, it's good that you know you should be focused more on yourself first before anyone else. That's like one of the biggest steps into like improving overall. Because personally, I would, from my own experience, I would focus on everyone's time around me. That would just bring me down more. But as I started to focus more on what I'm doing, I greatly improved. So that's like one good thing that's coming out of like you leaving that whole situation of yours. Let's see what else.
I haven't been showing up to class. Like,
I haven't been showing up to class.
I haven't been going to my 11 a.m.s like at all, and it literally hurts me because a huge thing of mine is being late. Like being late, and it was just this struggle that I just couldn't get a hold of for such a long time. And at the beginning or start of the semester, I was just like, I'm gonna attend every class. I'm never gonna be late. And like I was like super motivated. And then as soon as like I have to stay up or like some kind of event happened, like lately or whatever, then I would just be like, I need to sleep right now. I need to get some sleep, or else I'm gonna be like stressed or something like that. And to me, I haven't really handled stress. I literally just didn't have stress for like the past like few years or so. So I guess finally being stressed for the first time, I'm like, I need to sleep and I need to be late for a class, because I really do find that like, yeah, I just like the person I am when I get sleep, because I'm so cranky if I don't, and I literally don't like anyone around me, like, if I don't. So, like, I guess
so
I need to find a
like,
compromise.
go with the flow.
I'm really go
like,
with the flow.
If it happens, it happens. Like, can't do anything about it, stuff like that.
Kind of. I mean, I used to be more like, can't do anything about it. But now I feel more of like this guilt and this regret that I never used to feel before. Like before, I used to be like, if something happened, then it happened and it's out of your control. Only focus on what you can focus on. But now I'm just like, I should have done this or I should have done that. I feel like super guilty about it. And I guess that's another thing that I feel like I want to like find a balance in.
Why do you like feel extremely guilty? Like, where is this guilt coming from? Is it from like family sources or personal?
It was more of like it was more of like finding the balance between knowing my mistakes and knowing that, okay, I should improve this. I know that I should be like that, but I took it to more of like my, ex-boyfriend side where it's just like, oh no, like I did this, I did that, what am I gonna do, kind of thing. And it's just like, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe that's kind of something that like sparked it, is just like having that influence to just be stressed about what had happened and the things that aren't controllable, and like as if it's better to stress about it. I don't know. It's just a habit that developed. Like, I can't really explain it.
Over time, that just became a part of you. Like,
yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not like my ex was telling me that I should be stressed. It was more like, I feel like if I'm late for class, or I feel like if I don't go to class, or I don't succeed in doing something that I want to do and it goes completely wrong, to me it feels like my life just isn't together and I have to like do something about it. Maybe some stress is good, but like how I actually feel when I missed class, or how I actually feel when I'm late, is like, it's not gonna get better. Like, I'm just gonna keep missing it, or like I'm not gonna be able to do well, or I'm not gonna be able to get like a good like letter of recommendation because I'm always late, or like I can't catch a good side of a teacher's intention, like by always being late or something like that. And I just really hate, like, first of all, like disappointing like myself and like just like people in general, and like if teachers can tell that I'm late all the time, like it kind of makes me feel bad because I like it when like teachers are like, oh, good job, or something, or like if they don't like me because I'm late or something, I'm just like, I'm sorry.
Well, it's good that you're recognizing like what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing, so you can make those steps to, improving your overall life.
Yeah.
Right?
You're right.
Yeah. What ways have you been like taking to, like improve that, like showing up to class on time, just being there at school, stuff like that?
I mean, I'm blaming too much on that relationship, but I'm just like breaking up with my boyfriend because I'm just like, usually I only stay up when like arguments happen, and it's way too stressful for me to like. There's been a lot of nights where like he's had like a lot of panic attacks and would start crying, and like it would be like 3 a.m. Like sometimes it would get even later than that, and like I would just try and like help him, but I didn't see him as a burden. But it was just more like the things that I wanted to prioritize in life is just like I'm just not prioritizing them, and like if I'm caring about them, instead I'll just like blame him or get angry. So like I guess that, because without having those struggles, then like I guess I could sleep earlier.
So like in a way you felt like you had to help your boyfriend at the time out, like through his panic attacks, even though it's affecting your life. You felt like you had to like care for the person and be there for them no matter what they're going through, even though it's affecting you.
Yeah, exactly. And it came to a point where I started even like blaming him for like the things that were like, for me having struggles in dance and like school because of like the amount of time it would take and like the amount of sleep it would take, just because I'm that person where it just wasn't working out. Like I just need like sleep, or I just like need to be able to not be stressed, and like the stress and lots of sleep, it was just like I just needed to like find myself or whatever. So like yeah, it's mainly that, where like I feel like it was keeping me from even going to class because never have I before like just decided to like, okay, I'm gonna like not go today and just use lecture capture. That is definitely not my mentality. My mentality is like, if you're going late, then at least you're going at all, kind of thing. But I started to just not go. And I'm just like, that's not me. That's not like what I want to do. So it's like, yeah. But it definitely is like my own personal fault too. It's not just like that completely. Like, I could have also just like got to class and been like, well, life is life, and just like you got to do what you got to do, kind of thing, which is actually, I think, a more like attractive approach to go to. Yeah.
Do you, girl?
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, yeah, basically. Yeah.
Well, like, I don't know. What do you think? Sorry,
No, you're
drawing a
fine.
blank.
You're fine. I mean, there's also like all those other things that I haven't focused on that I should have.
What are those
focused
things? Like, what are some things that you should be focusing on?
Just practicing for dance and
Dance.
Like, I didn't practice all year. I'm on board for a dance team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a captain. I haven't practiced at all. I haven't practiced for like other small projects that I've been a part of. And I need to like really take like myself into like, or take accountability for the things that I haven't been doing, instead of like blaming my ex or like blaming something, and just, I don't know, just taking things like one step at a time, and yeah, just.
So, like, now that you're off of that relationship, do you think that, like, your overall improvements in, like, dance, school will, like, greatly, like, improve in a way? Does that make sense? Like, leaving that relationship will help you in the long run for everything else that's going to be happening, like, with your dance and your education?
I feel, maybe that's something that I feel ambivalent about, because he still, even though things were unmotivating, he still motivated me in other ways. Like just being there to support me, and I feel like now I just want to, I guess it's something that like I'll see when I get there, kind of thing, because it's like I still have to learn how to support myself, like emotionally and like mentally, and I feel like I am capable of doing so. It's more just like, I guess since it's only been a couple days, that it's really just like hard to like really tell.
How confident do you think that you'll be, like, say, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks from now, if you guys aren't together, if you guys still aren't together?
We're probably not going to be together.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, just throwing it out there. But yeah, how confident do you think that you'll be to where you're going to be 5 weeks from now? From a scale of 1 to 10.
Like, how confident will I be?
I know it's like pretty fresh, like it just happened, but
yeah, like being able to
like
take care of myself /
like improve your overall well-being, like taking care of yourself, supporting yourself well,
I think
dancing.
I'm at a 6.
6?
Point
Okay.
75.
6.75. Okay. Why would you say that? And not like I don't know 7. Why the 0.5?
Okay, so I was thinking about a 7, and then I was
Mhm.
just like, okay, 5 is average, and 10 is like, why are you asking me this question? And then 7 is like, good. It's just like, I know it's gonna happen, like, confident it's gonna happen, but it's like, yeah, just like, just good. Just, I feel like things are just gonna be on a, like, generally, alright, things are improving.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I was kind of leaning more towards the 6 because I'm still kind of questioning, like, the process in which I'm going to be, like, taking care of myself or, like, getting over things emotionally. It could just be, like, I am making myself super busy, super distracted, making myself do something every second of every day.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not actually, like, just to distract myself from, like, any negative feelings towards, like, the relationship. But maybe I feel like in a year later or so, I'm just one of those people who are like, man, it's hitting me now for some reason. Like, I don't know why, but I feel like I've become the type of person that I'm getting over this. Like, I'm not sad. I'm good. Like, I'm just really good right now. Like, even after breaking up, like, I'm fine. But then a year later, I'm just, like, looking back at the memories, like, shit, that happened. Like, things were so great, or something like that. And just being, like, nostalgic about it. Yeah. I don't know, that's why it's, like, a 6.75. Because I know that I'm going to get over things, but I can't promise that.
You're gonna be perfectly fine when you get to that point.
Yeah. That I'm actually, like, super overall, like, healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, no one ever really is, but, like, I don't know.
Just see the positives.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I know it can be hard, but, like, if you, looking back on it from, like, a year from now, and that you're able to see, like, okay, I was over there, but now I'm over here doing these certain things. Like, I'm better at school, like, dance is going really well, all that. Then you realize, like, the cons are way less than what the pros are, right? So,
yeah. You're right. You're
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
That is the way to go about it.
Are there other things that, like, may, like, positively impact your life other than, like, your time management, dance, stuff like that? Maybe, like, family, family more, friends, other stuff like that?
I think, yeah, definitely. I mean, I know that that's one thing that I for sure have started to do, is that before, like, my day-to-day basis kind of just consisted of, like, what friend am I going to study with now? Or what friend am I going to eat with now? Or, like, what friend am I going to, like, practice dance with right now? And, like, since I was with him, it's like, I was with him because he studies, he dances, and he eats. I mean, duh, everyone eats. But I'm just like, okay, sounds convenient.
Mm-hmm.
So I did everything with him. And then, like, I had close friends. I still saw them from time to time, talked to them from time to time, but not nearly as often. And these friends or these people are, like, kind of like people that I kind of want to be, like, more like, or, like, when I spend time with them, I actually feel myself growing and adapting as a person because of, like, certain topics or things that we would talk about. And because I wasn't spending as much time doing that, I felt like I wasn't adapting as much as a person as I wanted to. So, I guess definitely seeing those friends and, like, seeing and talking to, like, my parents, especially because I know that my parents are, like, working super hard for me. My dad works in California just to, like, support us. and like I barely see him, and he's home on
Mhm.
the weekends, but I never go home.
Yeah.
So like maybe I should definitely do that. Like I should definitely like family is like important because like maybe for some cases like they'll always be there kind of thing, and like no matter what happens, like yeah, I should probably be grateful to them and hang out with them more.
What's like one thing like you can do to like improve that? Would it be like going home every weekend or giving
I
them
mean,
calls?
I know that I can't every weekend,
Mhm.
primarily just because of dance and the events that happen with it. But I know that I could come home like maybe even like sometimes one day a weekend if I really can't like as often, or the weekends that I really have nothing, make sure to at least devote that time
Yeah.
for them. Um, yeah, and
Well, it seems like you know, like you should be doing that. You know, like you should be being with family more and not always, I don't know, freaking out about. I know dance is a priority, but not always putting it like number one.
true.
Like knowing that family is always there and that you know they should be number one. Personally, I think they should be number one, but
Yeah,
yeah,
gotcha. Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I need to, I guess, I should be more open to maybe like my dad about. I had like this anger for like a really long, not anger, but like upsetness towards him,
Mm-hmm.
mainly because like they didn't allow me to like dance, and then there's something that he said that was just like passion does nothing for you in life, and that just made me just so angry for a long time. But I didn't come to realize that he was just saying that because he was upset at the time,
Yeah.
and not because like he really like believes that. And I just like haven't let it go for a while, but like things are okay between us now, and I feel like I just haven't taken those steps to just like be more open with him. Maybe add him on Facebook.
On Facebook.
Yeah, like that's just something that I was like thinking of doing, but I like couldn't find him for some reason.
Well,
But,
you
like,
know,
yeah.
like you're extremely like the reason why it affected you so much is because you're extremely passionate about dance and everything that you do. So maybe that's why like this relationship thing is like greatly affecting you is because of that whole like you're so passionate about helping others and putting them before yourself, stuff like that. So you knowing like how passionate you are, it'll actually get you pretty far in life. Yeah.
Aw,
Yeah.
thank you.
Just keep killing it, girl.
I'm just kidding. Like again.
Damn.
Okay. Oh, thanks.
So to summarize,
Okay.
you're working on time management, the whole relationship thing. It's greatly affected you, but you don't know like how it'll affect you in the long term. But deep down, you know that you're going to get through it overall. Extremely passionate, everything that you do, dance, school. You know that you should be working on all these things. It's just about making that first step, and then like when you make that first step, that you'll be able to get through everything that that you're trying to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright, is that about right?
Bro.
I did terrible.
No, that was actually really good. Dude, notice that I didn't even talk about. I didn't even think about OT school. I didn't even think about OT school. Oh man. Like it honestly didn't cross my mind the whole time.
It's about the relationship stuff.
Sounds like some pre-contemplation. I'm just
She's
kidding.
in the pre-
Like it's
you're
not.
in the
It's not. It's not.
stage.
It shouldn't be. That's not
You
good.
should be in the contemplation stage.
or the
or
taking
anything
steps.
other below the contemplation stage. Yeah?
I should definitely be at like the taking action, but I guess not. Okay, let's pause.
Adios!